Have you ever helped someone who later turned on you? Have you ever been the most generous person in the room and somehow become the most resented? Have you ever noticed that the people who smile at you the hardest are sometimes the ones who want to see you fail? If you've felt this, you're not paranoid. You're not bitter. You've simply started to see something that most people spend their entire lives refusing to look at. Friedrich Nietzsche saw it clearly over a century ago. He called it one of the most dangerous forces in human nature, and it hides behind the friendliest faces you know. Stay until the end. The final lesson will permanently change how you read people. Friendly behavior is not always friendly. Some of the most dangerous things people do to you, they do with a smile. Nietzsche understood that the surface of human behavior and the truth underneath it are almost never the same thing. What looks like warmth can be surveillance. What looks like care can be control. Nietzsche introduced the concept of ressentiment, a French word he used deliberately, because no other word was strong enough. Ressentiment is what happens when someone feels powerless, inferior, or wounded, but cannot express it directly. So they convert it. They turn their weakness into moral superiority. They turn their envy into virtue. And they aim it at you quietly, patiently, with a warm face. The friendly behavior is the mask. The ressentiment is the weapon underneath it. Here is exactly how it works. Someone needs your help. You give it. In that moment, a gap opens between you. You are the giver. They are the receiver. Most people can absorb that with grace. But some people cannot. That gap feels like evidence of their inferiority. Gratitude for them is humiliation in slow motion. So over time, gratitude does not deepen. It sours. It curdles into resentment. And the person who owes you the most becomes, quietly, the person who wishes you the least. Nietzsche understood that every act of giving creates a temporary power structure. The giver holds something the receiver does not. Most mature people acknowledge this honestly and move on. But the person operating from ressentiment cannot move on. Every time they see the evidence of what they lacked. You become a mirror they hate to look into. This is why the friendlier they are to your face, the more dangerous they may be behind your back. Watch carefully when someone does these 6 things. 1. Excessive praise in public. When someone loudly champions you in front of others, ask yourself, who benefits from this performance? Genuine respect is quiet. Loud praise often positions you as an object they can later claim credit for or distance from. 2. Constant check-ins about your progress. Caring friends ask how you are. People tracking you ask how you're doing on the specific thing they envy. There's a difference. 1 is warmth. The other is surveillance, dressed as support. 3. Offering help you never asked for. Nietzsche was clear unsolicited help is often a power move disguised as generosity. It puts the other person in the position of giver, and you in the position of the one who needed saving. That gap is the point. 4. Being the first to forgive. Rushed forgiveness is not always noble. Sometimes it is a strategy, a way to occupy the moral high ground before you've even had time to speak. The person who forgives loudest often wants you to feel indebted to their grace. 5. Radical agreement. When someone agrees with everything you say, they are not listening to you, they are watching you. Genuine thinkers push back. They disagree. They offer friction. Constant agreement is often the behavior of someone studying their target, not engaging with a friend. 6. Performing your values back at you. This is the most sophisticated one. They learn what you care about, your principles, your words, your beliefs, and they reflect them back at you like a mirror. creates the illusion of deep connection, but it is imitation for the purpose of trust building, not genuine alignment. Stop before you go any further here. You are not the problem. You did not create this dynamic by being too generous, too trusting, or too open. You created it by being the kind of person worth envying, someone with something to give, someone moving forward, someone others look to. Nietzsche would say, the eagle does not blame itself for casting a shadow. The shadow exists because the eagle is high enough to block the sun. Your goodness was never the mistake. Their inability to receive it without resentment, that is their wound to carry, not yours. So should you stop helping people? Should you close yourself off? No, Nietzsche was not asking you to become cold. He was asking you to become clear. The Nietzschean answer is not isolation, it is discrimination. He believed in the aristocracy of the spirit. Choose carefully who you give your energy to. Help the person who can receive it without being diminished by it. Give to people whose strength can meet yours, not people whose weakness requires your silence. Helping from strength looks very different from helping from the need to be needed. The first builds. The second binds. Here are 4 rules you can apply starting today. Rule 1. Before you help, ask yourself, does this person have a history of honoring what they receive? Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a character trait. Not everyone has it. Rule 2. Watch how they speak about others who have helped them in the past. That is exactly how they will eventually speak about you. Rule 3. If their friendliness intensifies every time you succeed, slow down. Celebration that spikes with your wings is not love, it is proximity to a flame they hope to absorb. Rule 4. Give freely but never invisibly. Know what you are giving, to whom and why. Unconscious generosity is not virtue. It is vulnerability with no strategy. Nietzsche did not ask you to distrust the world. He asked you to distrust the performance. Because the most dangerous people in your life are not your enemies. They are the ones whose smile you never thought to question. People with inner strength receive your help and grow taller. People driven by resentment receive your help and grow bitter, because your generosity becomes the permanent evidence of everything they are not. This video found you for a reason. Because you have been the generous one. You have been the helper. You have felt the strange, disorienting pain of being turned on by the person you lifted up. You were not wrong to give. You were just giving without Nietzsche's eyes. Now you have them. Helping isn't saving someone from their own growth. Trusting isn't ignoring what the patterns show you. Giving freely doesn't mean giving without wisdom. If this spoke to something real in you, subscribe. This channel exists for people who are done with shallow answers. We go deep into human psychology, the philosophy of Friedrich Nietzsche, the hidden power dynamics that shape every relationship, and the kind of personal development that actually changes how you see the world.